4, 3, 2, 1. You're live. Go, 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 go.
See, shall we? We should be live, Tash.
Ooh.
We should be. Let's have a look, shall we? Let's see.
Good morning. Hello. Welcome to Natasha Makes. I am making this morning. It shouldn't be me.
No.
It should be Jane. However, Jane's not very well, so we said, Jane, don't come in. We love you, but we don't want you.
No.
That
You need
sounds
to
really
rest.
mean. Yeah, plus we don't want it.
No.
So from a practice, she's like, I will come in. I'm like, I don't doubt it. However.
There are too few of us.
Yes.
For us to get it.
No.
So rest up, darling.
Yes. So Jane, we hope you're feeling better.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
for everybody else, please bear with us because, yes, a lot's happened since we saw you last.
A lot has happened since we saw you last.
I don't really know where to start.
No.
So what I am going to say is today we are making this quilt, which thank goodness is probably one of the easiest quilts Jane has ever created. It's like she knew I would have to do it. And that is fabulous. So I'm going to demo that. And it really is super easy, but it is very effective. What's the matter?
My mic works better when the receiver's switched on.
Oh, always.
Yeah, loads better.
So when we sound checked
I
and
know,
you
I
were
did
singing,
the big singing though, and it must have carried on your mic.
but I was in the other room.
I know.
Wow, you were loud.
Got a good old pair of pipes on me. Yep.
Beautiful.
Am I better now, SJ? Can you hear me now, Petal? Sorry, next time I'll just talk in a calm fashion rather than singing raucously.
So you have to put up with all
I'll
before
sure
10 o'clock in the morning.
static. I mean,
Is that you as well?
don't know. It might be you, it might be me. Who knows? To me, to you. There we go.
Let me have a rummage in my pocket.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Last time we had static, I think it was that this had come
All
loose.
good now.
We're all good.
All good now.
Oh, it's a beautiful
Yeah.
thing. Okay, so we're going to make this today. It is not a difficult quilt, as you can see. However, it is a very beautiful quilt.
Well, and it's a very impactful quilt for something that's not a complicated make. We love that.
And also, for those of you that aren't florally, aren't pinky people, it's a super easy make. For those of you that might want to get the pattern and maybe fussy cut a big Philip Jacobs flower or something in the middle, it has got scope for really showing off your favourite fabrics. However, the fabrics that we have chosen today are the new Rennie Nanneman fabrics. They are brand new in. They are absolutely exquisite. You may have had the last batch, in which case grab the pattern and go. Go for it. No, don't go. Like, stay and watch the show. But go for it because they are rather gorgeous. This quilt was called the Echo Squares quilt. You will find it at natashamakes.com. It is there. If you click on today's show, it should all be there underneath everything. Now, I know a lot of you have already bought long quarters of the complete collection, in which case you could make the quilt if you buy yourself a ½ metre of midnight.
You could.
However, it will be slightly different colourways. Let me show you the colourways. We have various ways to do this now.
To explain,
Yeah.
don't we? We do.
When this first came in, we put up a bundle for all the new fabrics, okay, which is here, all the way to here. And you've got long quarters of all of those, and I've bundled those up and I'm posting those today. They are all cut. You can
Some have
imagine
already
it
gone.
took a lot of cutting.
Yeah, some have already gone.
Some have already gone, so you should be getting these imminently. Okay, if you have already bought this bundle, this long quarter bundle, which is all of them. However,
All of the new ones.
Yeah.
Cottage cloth, 2.
when Jane started putting her bundles together, we had some of the old cottage cloth that had also arrived. And Jane went, can I just take a few from there? What are you up to, Jane? She's like, well, it's just, I would just like to use those ones. So, in the bundle today for the quilt, you will get, not these ones, you will get the next 6 that I'm about to bring in. It's just a variation, basically.
So there's 24 cottage cloth 2
Yes,
in the collection.
yes,
You'll get 18 of those.
yes.
But we've taken 6 of them out, and
Those
Jane's put
6?
6 of Cottage Cloth Original Collection in instead. Which are these?
These 6.
Just because she liked those
Yeah,
in the realms of the quilt.
yeah. Which gives you this.
Which gives you, yeah, it gives you
This
a
quilt here.
different look. Yeah. So she's taken some greys out and some greens and neutral and
So-
changed them for those 6 there.
Yeah, which if you've already bought the long quarter bundle, then you do have greens, but instead of these colours here, you will have the greys
Yeah.
in there. So
That's
you are
it.
still really able to make the quilt.
A beautiful
But
quilt.
if you wanted exactly like Jane has done, we've done a top-up bundle. So if you've already bought these, but you want to top up and buy these with your ½ metre of navy, which just binds it, frames it really nicely, then we've got a top-up bundle for you. We've put it on a special price so that you're getting a little deal on those.
Yes.
That's the best that we could do.
Yeah,
We've tried our very, very best, haven't we, this morning?
we have.
So these are your buying options. These are in whatever you choose to buy. If you buy the kit for today's quilt, then you get these 6 and your ½ metre of midnight. If you've already bought all of these and these, then you could make it very easily. It would just be a slightly different colourway, but add in your ½ metre of something to bind.
Yep.
Or if you want this as a top-up, you can buy this with your ½ metre to top up. Or if you want just the original ones, let me take these out. Then we've got that as an original collection for the brand new colourways.
Might have sold out, so I'd have a little tweak at that, Tash. That sold out this morning, but I can put a little bit more stock on. Smidgy bit.
Which would be all of these.
Yeah.
Just going to say,
Clear as mud.
clear as mud. Now, how the show is going to pan out today, because obviously I wasn't meant to be here today, and I have got the hoof trimmer coming in about half an hour. So, luckily, this is the world's quickest quilt to demo. So I'm going to demo it. Hooray!
Hooray, hurrah!
And because it's Wednesday, and because we know that you love a deal on a Wednesday, we've got a few things for you. Firstly, did you check out your Friday deals? In which case you will have seen the interfacing deal where you get a ½ metre of Starville, a ½ metre of H640 and a free ½ metre of HN105. That I've asked to be made live again. So if you are after a bit of interfacing, that deal has been made live for you. Now, Gemma is going to go through these for you, because these and more today will be bolt-ended, okay? Some of them are patterned, some of them are... A lot of these, because we've now finished Jane's block of the month, the calendar quilt, a lot of these were whatever fabrics we had left over from that.
Yeah.
They're not in other projects, so we will bolt-end them. So if you are doing your calendar quilt, maybe you want to back or bind in one of these. It's up to you.
You might.
Okay. And then we'll do a recce of what kits we already had cut and load any leftovers there. Gemma's looking lovely with her hair.
Just realised I've got me
She's-
twiddly thing in my
She's
hair.
got her rollers in still. I mean, it's a look.
Gemma's going to show you some things. Hang on, better take me rollers out.
It's all going on here.
There's a rustling, sorry.
I'm going to make a call and see if I can get any more Kaufman. There was a call for that. I don't know if I can.
No, it's showing us back order for everything on our suppliers website, but we can only have a chat.
When this happened last time and there was one bolt that I needed, I actually went to their open day and it was just in front of me. And I went, well, that's the one that I wanted. And they went, oh, yeah, that one got sent out in error. So it's just going begging.
Yeah.
Well,
Sometimes they get a return or a cancelled order or whatever.
And if that's the case, we'll be in luck. Otherwise, we won't be. Right. So, gosh, what a lot of housekeeping to do today. Let's move these velvets out of the way. Meanwhile, last night, we ended up with a stray dog.
We did. It's like the dog knew where to go. Like, you know, where
It's
are there some people that are dog
exactly-
people? Where are there some dog people that will look after me? Oh, there. I'll
There
just
they are.
hang
There
out
they
in
are.
the busy street outside theirs.
Yeah, just try and get run over there. That'd be great. Yeah. Josh is funny. He's like, it's the breed I've always wanted. I'm like, oh, good, excellent. Do you think I manifested it?
No.
No, but if
No.
you are manifesting and any good at that, would you mind manifesting the money to pay for it all, please? That would be fabulous. So, yes, we currently have somebody else's dog in our kitchen. We think we have tracked down the owners, who do not appear too worried about it,
No.
which is rather sad. I don't know how people can do that. Anyway, not my business. Kind of my business because she's in my kitchen. But, yeah, that took up a bit of last night.
It did, didn't it?
It would be fair to say, yes. Yes. I might just... We haven't said hello to everyone yet, Gemma. Do you think we can say
haven't,
hello to
Tash,
everyone?
we
Because I feel a
haven't.
bit remiss.
Yes.
Do you feel a little bit remiss?
Yeah. Auntie Lizzie says, stray dog. Yeah, don't get excited, Auntie Lizzie.
She is beautiful. She's skin and bone. Absolute skin and bone,
She is.
which breaks my heart.
Tash fed her last night and she just kept picking her bowl up and bringing it back to her, which was just so sweet and so sad.
I know.
Broke all our hearts.
Yeah. So, do you know what though? My feed merchant,
Yeah.
good as gold this morning, 8:30 was in my driveway, dropped off a bag of dog food. Hasn't billed me for it.
Oh, bless.
They've, the local doggy people
Good people in this world.
have really rallied with this dog, because I rang the local dog walker. I was like, "Are you missing this dog?" And he's like, "No, but." So we found out the backstory for her.
Yes.
Which is very sad.
Very sad.
Yeah. So when he's back, he's going to come and help sort us.
Have a look at
Sort
her.
her. So we will get that sorted, but it just means that we're not as organised as perhaps
No.
we would have wished.
No.
Yeah.
Jimmy's with us.
Morning, Jimmy.
Says good morning.
Afternoon, Jimmy.
Says good
Evening,
morning
Jimmy.
to Pat as well. You know.
Hi, Pat.
Oh, absolutely. Jane Vivash says, morning all from a very
Morning.
damp Devon.
It's very damp everywhere.
It is.
Yeah.
Many detours this morning to get here. Lots of water on the road. Ginny Mackey says, good morning, Makes family, including
Morning.
Dave.
Dave.
Get well soon, Jane. And hoof trimmer, is that what we call the very talented Gemma? I mean...
No, she's not. I used to trim all my own horses' hooves, because all of mine are barefoot. And then my back went after I had Emily, so I don't do them all now.
No.
But I do have an amazing trimmer, and it's just nice because you can tell so much from a horse's hoof. You can tell the health of the horse through the hoof.
It's quite clever, isn't it?
It's very clever.
Quite
It's very,
clever.
very clever.
Rebecca says, morning, gorgeous girls. Thank goodness everyone else bought the divine Robert Kaufman fabric yesterday before I had to rescue it.
I mean, there's a bit left.
Yeah, there is.
There is some by the half metre. Oh, the other thing is, all of these, by the way, are available also by the half metre.
Yes. From the
Not a lot
Cottage
of them.
Cloth 2 collection.
Yes.
From the 2, not from the 1s.
No.
Yes, Lynn says, good morning from a very hot 36 today. Tomorrow 38, very uncomfortable heat. Not in England, is she?
No.
Unless she's sat in the oven.
I'm going to say no, in which case come out of the oven.
Oh, yes.
So I need to get a wriggle on and
You
show
do.
you how to make this quilt. Like I say, this is not going to take very long. It will take longer though if I don't find. Oh, do you know what I forgot to put in my order this morning with the spliers? More rotary cutters, because my rotary cutter broke.
You're a menace.
It just stopped rotating, which I just thought was really rude. I think I've lost one of the bits in it.
Cynthia says, greetings, get well soon, Jane.
Ohio!
Natasha, I'm sure you'll do a fabulous job on demoing this quilt. Love this pattern, simple but great impact. And Di says, a good boy quilt pattern. I think it's brilliant. It's got universal appeal, this one.
It has. So you can do it in boy colours. The thing is, each block is 3 colours, and you either go from light to dark or dark to light, which is why we've called it Echo Ombre. Is that right?
Echo squares.
Echo squares.
Yeah.
Because they ombre. That's it. And then it's just the placement, so they sort of rainbow out and.
Nice, isn't it? There we go. Look at that.
The kind of rainbow out and rainbow in. So that's how it is. So that one is the opposite of that one. That one's the opposite of
That one.
that one. But then where's the opposite? Oh, next to it.
Yeah.
It's
look
just,
great,
I love
don't
it. So you kind of, it looks like there are a lot more fabrics in there than there actually are.
Yes.
It's just fabulous. So We've just enjoyed looking at this an awful lot. What I didn't ask Jane is how much fabric there is left. I am guessing a huge amount.
I'm guessing you've got a good amount.
Because for each one, so you can make it much bigger.
You get a long quarter.
You get a long quarter, but look, the cutting for each one of these fabrics is going to be that you will cut basically a 4-inch square is what's going to go in the middle, and then you're going to sash. But so
Not a bucket load of fabric, is it? I'm sure she'll pop on at some point, tell us.
so actually you could double the size of it if you wanted, which is why it's the price it is.
I'm sure she'll jump in and say, Tash, you can't double the size of it, but you can make it this big. She's very good like that. But there will be significantly more. But at very least, you've got loads to make some cushions or make it a bit bigger. It's beautiful, and what I love about it is it gives that sort of rainbow look, which of course is universally popular.
Of course, but
So
not
how much
in
do you need a new blade? How
but
annoying.
not in sickly colours.
Right, really delicate, soft, elegant colours. And the cottage cloth's stunning because it's not a plain, it's got this beautiful grain appearance.
Do you want to have a look at this one?
Please.
Yeah, let's just go overhead for this one. I'm just going to take through and show you one block. In fact, let's go closely, uppity.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is from the top-up section.
Excellent.
All right, that's one of the ones from there, just
Think
because they
that's
were the
pumpkin,
first
isn't it? Is that O?
to grab. O is pumpkin.
Pumpkin,
Yeah. So, and that's going to be my centre square. And then I will ombre out from there. Okay. And I only need one square out of that. So it's really
So yeah, if you look at that,
quite
quite a
special.
bit left over, isn't there?
I'm just
Be a long
wondering
quarter.
if Gemma, because I did with my...
You're still looking for a rotary cutter that isn't blunt.
I want one that's not blunt.
You want the moon on a stick, you, don't you?
This isn't my favourite one, which is why I haven't bothered replacing the blade.
She goes through fits and starts. At one time it was her favourite one because it's clever and it stands up.
Yeah, I've got a nick
So
in the
fickle,
blade,
Natasha,
that's
so
why.
fickle. Yeah, you have, I can see.
That's annoying.
Learn from Natasha's mistakes, everybody. You know, when you're about to start a lovely project like a new quilt, pop a different blade in. Because there's nothing like a lovely crisp cut.
This is nothing like a lovely crisp cut right at this
No.
very moment in time. No. Well, I kind of hoped that I would find.
You know when we didn't have time for faffing this morning, Natasha?
Yeah,
Yeah, in fact.
it's all good.
What's she like? What's she like? Vicky says losing bits of a tool does sometimes strangely affect its functionality. Yes. funny
Weird,
that.
weird. I just... Who knew? Who knew?
Jan spent 3 hours hand sewing binding on last night, and
Oh,
her arthritis
wow.
didn't like it, so
No.
she's watching us today. And thank you.
I'm going to put that back together later. My favourite time.
Oh, big hugs to Jo as well, who had to say goodbye to Ringo, her middle cocker.
Oh
So
no!
George is missing his buddy. They grew up together for 11 plus years. It's very difficult when you've got one that's pining, isn't it?
Really is.
Not a lot you can do. They need to go through the grieving process, bless them.
Sometimes,
we
I
do.
mean, with the horses, I don't know what it, if you manage to do it with your dog, but certainly with the horses, we do let them see any animal that, because obviously we've got a lot of rehabs and retirement horses here.
Yeah.
So, which I've done for years and years and years, but it does mean that we lose them.
Yeah.
We lost one, didn't we, on, was it 2nd of January?
Yeah.
And he was nearly 30.
Just
And he just
over.
fell asleep in his field.
Yeah.
And that was it, surrounded by all of his family and friends.
Yeah.
And that was the easiest grieving process because the horses see.
Yeah.
It's when they don't see that it's a problem.
Yeah.
So we have got strips. Here we go. We are going to cut the first one
measurements are
into
in your instructions.
a square. Indeed, indeed. And actually, you know, if you've got something like your little stripology, or your big stripology when you're doing your strips, because yours will come as a long quarter, and you can just go for it. But do you know, what was I doing the other day? I was like, this is really useful. Can't remember what I was cutting. Oh, I was cutting the little bits for the makeup case.
Oh, yes.
The zipped up makeup case. And I was like, that is brilliant. Right, so
Those
this is going to
instructions are
be...
up in digital form now, actually, because some of you were asking.
Yeah.
Yes, your zipped makeup box, I think we called it, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I believe so. I'm going with
that one's
yes.
available.
Going with yes. So let's cut a couple of these then. They're going to start off obviously being the same size as the square. Now, I was studying Jane's quilt, and she has done top and bottom to start off with. So cutting on top and bottom. I've got a little crease in there.
I think she's turned the blocks so that they alternate, so it's top and bottom on one block, and then the next it's side to side, and then so on and so on.
But you've still
she's
got,
done it,
yeah,
yeah.
but they've been done, what I mean
Yeah.
is they've been done.
Yeah.
So we are just going to, and you could bulk do these very easily.
Chain piece.
That's it.
Nice.
That's the one.
Safe on thread, doesn't it?
It does. Or if you're just doing it like this, the other thing is to have a little donkey. Little donkey, little donkey. Which, if you don't know what it is a sacrificial piece of yeah, little slip there. Piece of thread.
Fabric. A sacrificial piece of fabric.
It's that basically. There you go. That's your donkey, and it means that you stitch onto that first. It takes up the slack of the thread.
So you don't chomp your block.
Now we're going to. Oh,
Sorry, I was ready for you to press. You see,
it is a pressing matter.
it's a pressing matter.
What we will need to do today is, I've got a few of the half meter heavens cut. When I say a few, I mean 3. There will be more.
Yes. Keep your eyes peeled.
Yes. We will show you the bolt ends that are going to go live today. We've made the postage so that it's just one price.
Yes, this is
It was
a
getting
big
complicated,
thing.
so postage is now just a blanket cost.
Yes, that's our processing, packing, postage, all in one.
All the P's.
Yes.
Yes.
So
all
when
the
you place
Ps.
your order, it's a flat fee for UK orders.
Yes, it still varies a bit for international,
else,
and we
yeah.
need to work out.
That's all kinds of fresh hell that we can't be doing with this week.
It's not going to be the one, is it?
No. Yo.
Good. Now, you can follow Jane's instructions absolutely to the T.
However, you cheating, Tash.
No, I think I miscut that first square. I've made it half an inch smaller.
So
I
Tash
was
is doing a little diddly version of what Jane's made. Just bear in mind, you buy your instructions, you'll get the correct measurements. Tash is showing you the technique. All the measurements are on.
It's half an inch. I'm half an inch off. It's fine. It means that you'll just,
Yes.
you'll get it, you'll be fine.
You'll do as Jane says, but this technique. But measurements as Jane says.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's all right.
It's all good. There, like I said, there's been a lot, a lot going on. So, So then we are going to, and the thing is, it doesn't really matter. Where are my new pins?
Oh, apparently there's unwanted noise from your mic, everyone reckons. A hissing, some crackles, lots of interference. It says Natasha seems to be making unwanted noise, which, you know, I thought was quite rude and then thought, no, probably fair.
You could ask my team, they'll tell you that I generally...
It's a daily thing.
The beauty of this quilt, I'm just going to carry on regardless.
That's all right.
Is that you can vary its size, but also you can chain piece, you can put everything together beautifully, and then also the other thing is it doesn't matter which way you press.
No.
Because you're just sewing over it. So it's not like one where you've got to make things match or anything else. It's pretty cool like that. Oh yeah, my donkey. I keep forgetting about my donkey. Do you remember that show, Drop the Dead Donkey?
Yeah.
That had quite a few series, didn't it?
I don't know that I ever watched it.
I think it was about a newsroom because the dead donkey was the news story that was in there just in case nothing exciting happened.
Oh, I see.
So what you would always want to do is drop the dead donkey.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Which I think always used to upset my mum because she's got donkeys.
She has.
Like, why
Not
would
those
you,
donkeys, Gillian.
why
no.
would you drop a donkey? Like, you've got to pick it up first. Do you remember when I had to pick up a donkey?
No.
I had the fabulous idea of doing a 7-day water fast.
Yeah.
And I was on day 6. And one of the donkeys got her... I don't know how she did it. I'm just going to just nudge those away. One of the donkeys decided it would be a really good idea to get themselves half in, half out of a food container.
Oh.
A big feeding trough thing. And
Yeah.
got herself stuck.
Oh.
I had to employ superhuman strength and literally pick up the donkey.
Oh.
I know. It was not...
Which one was it?
Gert
Gert or Daisy?
It was Gert. Yeah. It was Gert. It was always Gert, wasn't it? Always Gertie.
Lesser.
Unless it was Daisy, in which case...
You again.
Yeah. My mum couldn't understand. She's like, why don't you like my donkeys? It's like, Mum, it's not that I don't like your donkeys. It's just that the only time I'm ever employed to be around your donkeys is when they need something like their hooves trimming, or when they need something, or worming, or...
Yeah.
So I just wasn't their favourite person, because
No.
they'd see me and be like, oh, what's she going to do to us now?
What's she meddling with us for now? What's she doing?
What?
Apparently,
So-
Drop the Dead Donkey's going live in theatres. The cast's got back together for a stage show.
Oh, amazing. Good. I am going to do the same sides first and then the top. And that's it. That is the block done. I mean,
It's
really,
lovely,
Jane
isn't it?
could not have picked
A better week.
a better week to be ill.
No.
If you had to pick a week to be ill,
No.
then
Natasha
it would
is
be
very
this one.
grateful.
I am very grateful. Now, you can see I've taken half an inch off the measurement because I was half an inch smaller on my square because I just read it in a rush. But you can see my seam allowance is slightly smaller than a 1/4 of an inch. It's a scant 1/4 of an inch, which is why I've got a little bit here. Now, I can trim that back or I can just leave it. It doesn't make a huge world of difference.
The key is being consistent.
Consistent, that's
Yeah.
the thing. So if you know, I know that with some people, they would cut that as it, you know, to that width, but then you've got to just be consistent, is what I'm saying.
Natasha, we have got someone asking if that cutting ruler is for sale. That is, I'm going to go on the wine shop because Natasha loves her stripology and she will wax lyrical about it. I'm sure.
With Big Easy,
Was it the Big Easy or was it the, I think it's the stripology you've just used.
the little mini stripology.
Well, you've got the big one here. You've just
Well,
used the
which
big one.
one? Which of my many stripologies are we talking about? The Big Easy. Have we got any of the Big Easies
No.
left? We need to get those back into stock.
Stripology's just come back in stock in the XL. Now,
This is the XL, and
Yes.
I use this every single day. When I first started Natasha Makes, when Gemma started cutting for me, because that was how Gemma started. She started cutting through COVID. We used to drop fabric off in a garage. She'd get it decompressed for a day, and then you'd get it out, and then you'd cut. Because your nail business went bump because you couldn't have anyone in there.
no, I couldn't have anyone in
you
front
know,
of me. It's a bit of an asset, client.
There is one small thing that you need with a business, and that is clients.
And students.
Yes,
All
there
of
you go.
whom I had to hold hands with, and I couldn't for a very long
No,
time.
for a very long time. So we're like, oh, what are we going to do about this? So we just started off by, and that was when you did one of your patterns, didn't you? And just started doing a little bit. But what I did do is give you and Jane straight off the bat a stripology ruler. And you were like, oh, thank you so much. That's so kind. I'm like, it's really not even remotely kind of me. It's actually, you can't buy money. No, you can't buy time, but you can buy a stripology ruler, which kind of buys you time.
Yes.
Because it's so fast.
It is.
And so that's what I did, and it's just, we've never looked back, have we?
No.
They just are the best rulers. I wouldn't be here without Creative Grids because I absolutely love their rulers. Absolutely love their rulers. So I've set the seam, by the way, and I'm just nudging it back with the edge, quite a good angle to see, just with the edge of my... We're not giving it all this. We are just nudging. And then we're going to cut the other one. So yeah, Gemma, right?
Yes.
Even with my undercutting.
With your undercutting. Yeah, the key with this is to follow the measurements and be consistent block to block. It doesn't, your blocks all need to be the same.
Yeah.
That's the key thing.
No, I'm just thinking if you would
Natasha's
get...
only doing one, so that's lucky. If Jane were here, she'd be making a few more, so that would potentially, be more of a problem. But we're only doing one block, so it's fine. Just one, you can sash this, make it into a lovely cushion.
You would get, even with my adjustments.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, you would get from one strip. You would get the largest of your go rounds. Okay. Sashing strips, if you want the technical term, rather than just go rounds. But we're doing exactly the same. Like this is, I find this quite nice and methodical. But then I am the person that taught themselves to quilt by cutting up. When I got my first stripology, I just went through my scrap bag and I just cut everything into strips, into the biggest strips that I could. And then I sorted through the width of them, sorted them by width. And then I just did loads and loads and loads of quilts where I just sewed them round and round and round and round and round.
You donated a load to the Dogs Trust, didn't you?
Yeah, did. Yeah. And it is that easy. I almost feel embarrassed at how easy it is, but not, because sometimes you just need something that is just going to be easy. If you're having a tricky time, or you just need something that's going to be impactful, or if you're just starting, it's a perfect beginner quilt. And again, you can have these all set out and you can batch make. I find this quite mindful and methodical to do. And then you're going to take your pins out. Yeah, and I do pin on these, I would. And set the seam. And then use the edge to just knock it back. And that is how you're going to make the blocks. Only your middle square is going to be ½ inch bigger.
Yeah, because you'll do what you're told.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you'll read the instructions properly. which is great.
Or not, and then you'll just do your whole quilt that size.
To be consistent.
Be consistent.
That's the thing.
If you want to trim it down, then do. We do have a great trimming down tool, actually. Where is it? Oh, has Jane got it?
Oh, possibly.
Jane's got me trimmy downy tool, which is a lovely Creative Grids squaring up
Yes.
tool, which is great.
Square it up.
But if you have got something like your Strapology ruler, you can square them up from there. So if you know what size, because we're the best one in the world, we can always end up slightly squiffy. Gemma,
We don't want squiffy.
we do not. So you can just, and look, you can line everything up so that, can you see, I've got it all going through the crosses in the middle there, so that you do have everything lined up. You can line up these bits, you can line up all sorts of bits and bobs. And that's how it goes, or you can just trim it back.
Beautiful.
I would tend to line it up on one of these so that you know that it's all going to be nice and equal. And then if you have gone a bit wobbly on any of them, but you can, so your Strapology tool is also one that you can use to trim back, which I think is great. And not everybody realises. Okay. Gemma, do you just want to show that behind me?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because what we've got behind is all of those. There will be more, but I couldn't fit them all on the set. Stash didn't have time to stagger them all in. Plus I didn't want to scare SJ, who will have the job of loading them. So there were lots of reasons. That's my block, by the way.
So during the
Done.
course of the day, there will be these bolt ends going up.
These ones, some are already done. So the ones that we've got coming up at the moment, we have got Devil's Arrow, which is the Brow Hawk colourway. This is from the Sleuth collection, Juicy Juice. We did that massive quilt and then we had some left over.
And that's amazing, that print actually, it's beautiful.
It's really, really beautiful. It's like lace.
It's the wings of
A dragonfly, isn't it? Yeah. And so it's very, very intricate. And then this is the lie. So this is your lie detector and it's got little words and stuff in there. You know what I did with these, didn't you? Because for your half meter heavens, we've got some of the Juicy Juice. You've got the lie in the blue. Oh, it's actually called Power Blue.
Collection. You did your amazing recliner, your beanbag recliner.
I did do the beanbag recliner. I'm just going to go and grab.
Format.
Don't know if my mic will like it.
Oh, she's left the room, so if her mic makes a horrible noise, then we know that's Natasha's doing and not mine. But no, she did make her fabulous patchwork recliner from these fabrics.
You know the lunch bag?
Oh, yes, the lunch bag too. Looks great, isn't it?
This one was Oda coated. In fact, I did this one. I lined it in that one. And so I've got the lie in khaki on the outside.
If you know people who are absolutely obsessed with murder mysteries and all of those sorts of things, Sherlockers, people like that,
Yeah.
this fabric's great.
You've got
A friend of
poppers on
mine
the
is part
side.
of the avid online Sherlock community, bless her, and she was so excited by this fabric collection. It was really popular for us.
It really was. And this is just the bits that we've got left. It was a big collection as well. So we have made things with it. This is your cryptography in ash, and I've done that with dark grey for your half metre heavens. So we've got some of these coming through into half metre heavens if I've only just got a little squiddly bit. Otherwise, we've got Dotty in cornflower. I think it's like Morse code, isn't it? It's what it sort of feels like. I've got 2 of these.
I love that one. The very
So there will
fabulous-
be a few more. The finger whirls
Yes.
will be. I've got a few
Yeah.
more of those to go up. I might half meter heaven some of those, and then other ones to be bolt ended. Please bear with us while we pop these throughout the day. That is the whirls. So if you see this come up, it's your fingertips. It's very, very clever. Can we go close up on that?
Yeah, of course we can.
Yeah. It's fab, isn't it?
It is. However, I'm just seeing a little bit of Morris going on next.
There
Sorry,
will
I'm
be.
got-
I will be bolt ending the William Morris. That's all we've got left of it.
Crikey.
I know.
I love that fabric.
I will be
And
bolt
this one, I love this
ending.
one too. I love
A
this one. I
Tula.
love the little gold fish on it
I
as
know,
well.
but there's hardly any left. And I
That's
will be
lovely.
bolt ending. Now this one, what's this one? Was this a Moda one? No,
No,
Riley Blake.
it's Riley Blake, yeah.
I'll be bolt ending a Riley Blake as well. So they are kind of like the posh patterns. And then,
Oh, fabulously useful blenders.
well,
Oh.
do you know what? To get a plain of interest for backing, or instead of using as a plain, we've got some of the Salt Batiks. These were from Jane's Block of the Month quilt. And so these,
These are our sparkle blenders,
whatever
aren't
we've
they?
got
Yeah.
left of these, I will bolt end for you today, across the day. Just bear with us. I've got to sort the stray dog and the horses
Yes.
and all of that bobbins, but we'll
Yes.
get there. So let's have a look. We have got, and I'll have to do you a little video with what other half meet heavens I add in.
That's okay.
Sparkle blenders. We've got, or we will have in gold. Gold. In teal. I love the teal one. In orchid, not very much of that one left. And in fuchsia. We've also got this fab. Oh, I love this one.
Me too.
That's the really, really dark Salt Batik.
Now, for those who made the fireworks block of Jane's Block of the Month, they'll recognise that
That was
Salt
in it,
Batik
yeah.
and those sparkle blenders. They were popular. You might want some more if you're making those.
So this is your craft cotton printed design. So this is in tangerine. And then we've got the flutter fabrics, haven't we, in
Yeah.
deep pink. You've got little butterflies in there. They're rather lovely. We've got it in deep pink. We've got it in wine. But again, like not very much. In emerald. And then a little squidge of that Salt Batik there left as well. This is just some of them. Jane has got an entire shelf full. So I thought, while she's not here, I'll just tidy up a bit.
She's here, not here, here, not here, actually, Natasha.
Oh, is she?
Because we have that there, Jane Alcock, in the comments, which is
Oh, is she saying,
lovely.
Natasha, it should have been an inch
Oh,
bigger?
terrible
Half an inch.
demo. What have you done to my quilt? No, she didn't at all,
Yeah,
Natasha. What
she
she
could have
did
done.
say was, the key to this make is to keep your seam consistent. So
That's
everything the
that's
size
the
that
thing,
she
isn't it?
says.
Like I said, my
Yeah.
seam allowance
Yeah,
is scant on this machine.
yeah,
So if you need to, you can trim back.
yeah.
But yeah, to keep the same. So if I had started off and done sort of 3 or 4 of these
Yeah.
and realised that actually I'd undercut that centre square,
Yeah.
it's not going to be the end of the world.
Keep going.
Just do them
Do all
all
the
the
same.
same.
Yeah.
All the same.
Absolutely. Jane Gray says stripology definitely helps to get your strips and blocks the same
Does.
size.
It really
Helen's
does.
asking, do we have any perfect 5 rulers? Perfect 5s, stripologies and big easies
Are
we
the ones,
cannot
aren't they?
keep on
In
the
stock?
shelves. So we will speak
What's
to our
this one?
supplier and see if we can get some perfect 5s. They're infrequently in stock and then they disappear.
This
but-
is Macau spray time.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's going up as well.
But we will we'll ask. We'll see
Yeah.
what we can restock. And then my advice would be, if you see them on our website or we
Just
tell
get
you
'em.
we've got them, grab them fast. I must order stripologies. Oh,
Every other week, isn't it? At the minute, every other week.
Constantly.
Yeah,
And they go out when they come in.
Yeah.
So, yeah. If we put them up on pre-order, have a little patience while they get here.
yeah.
And then, yeah, grab them, though, when you see them on pre-order.
There you go. That's
All
it.
right.
So that is today's show. It's a ridiculously short demo, but it is a very simple and effective quilt. I think that's the real beauty of it. And as ever with Jane's instructions, they are step by step. They are absolutely perfect. And you get the making the quilt sandwich and the binding bit at the back as well.
Yep.
Making the block. And then she's done
It's
a
a lovely
nice
graphic,
collage
actually,
of
isn't
the
it?
colours. You can mix the colours up. It's entirely up to you. But they are the suggested ones. Okay.
And immediately after the show, this is going live in digital format. We just
Yeah.
need to press a button. I
There
just
you
don't
go.
want to press the button while we were live because that would crash the stream.
Yay!
And you'd all be telling me that you couldn't see us.
Amazing.
So
Good job. Good job.
that would be
Good
no
job.
good at all.
So there we go. Apologies for being a short show, but you will understand we need to get your orders packed and out to you. Those measured
do.
and loaded,
Yep.
and stray dog sorted.
And hooves. dealt with.
Who's dealt with?
All the things.
Dave's already had his bar.
Dave's had his bar. Yeah, we did get the question, how is Dave? Dave's doing lovely.
Dave is, yeah, he's loud.
He is loud because he's a lone duck, which was never the intention.
So he
Bless
spent most of yesterday with us, didn't he? He even went
Yes.
on the school run.
Yeah.
Not going to lie, he did.
But he's really cozied in. It's like being under the wing. So we've had to replicate the closest thing we can
That we could.
to being under the wing.
Hence Monday's bum bag.
Yes. So if you missed that show.
And he loves it. I don't think people believe us when we say he absolutely loves it.
He
settles
shouts
right
to
down.
go in.
He gets in, he settles down. We don't do the lid up, but it just has to flip over the top of him, and he's like, oh, I'm in. And then we can crack on. It's like papoosing a baby.
Yeah.
They just go off
I
to
mean,
sleep.
he's got his proper setup. He's got his heat lamp. He's got everything.
Yeah,
But
he didn't want to be
he
there.
should have been in there with other ducklings, and sadly, he was the lone duck that hatched.
I'm going to give that last egg a couple more days.
Yeah, we're just really hopeful the last egg hatches because then he'll have a pal.
I'll have a friend.
But in the interim, as a lone duck,
He's following Mabel
he's
everywhere.
following Mabel everywhere, chases her, which is quite sweet. And, when he's out from under his heat lamp, and then the rest of the time, he's snuggled in his bum bag. So if you missed Monday's show,
Yep.
watch that. You'll see Dave.
Yep.
You'll see the bum bag demo.
Yep. Right.
That digital pattern is going live imminently also.
Brilliant.
All today.
Thank you very much.
Your
Next
eyes
week,
peeled. Yes.
goodness
next
knows what's
week.
going. We're just going to get through today, and then we'll deal with next week later.
Yes.
All right. Take
Yes.
care.
Take
Lots of
care.
love. We'll
Lots
see
of
you
love.
soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.